fundamentals, get the right people in the right spots. Some teams have really improved there. Like, those two are a good example. This team's been trying to work on it. The improvements just haven't really come.
Yeah, and it's hard to work on your fundamentals when you have a different roster every couple of weeks, right? Especially young roster. I mean, these guys are trying to figure it out and do what they can. But you can see right there, Minnesota-Rokkr, the clear advantage on this map. But we'll see what the Boston Breach can do here.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, to map 1. You see the 4-map win streak here on Fortress for Rokkr. Can they keep it going? And experience, definitely something we are going to talk about. So much youth, so little experience when you talk about champs. You got 3 players that have no champs experience on Breach. On the other end of it, Attach has won a champs. Cammy's got a second. Bance has got a second. You've got big-time champs experience for Minnesota-Rokkr.
Yeah, I think the one good thing maybe for Boston is, you know what, you had a tough matchup with a young team against the crowd yesterday, against Optic, and you played pretty well, right? It's not like the slaying wasn't there, just you couldn't turn it in to wins. But I think for the pressure of these young guys to have a solid performance yesterday, it could turn into something better today.
And I think that whole pressure thing and experience can be overstated because it doesn't apply to maybe 99% of the moments. But it's like that 1%, those crazy moments where the experience could really be everything. We know Attach could be one of the most clutch players in the world. We'll see what kind of performance he's going to have.
This Snoopy already on a 5 spree. He was 6-2 to start so far. 35 seconds off that first hill, and already set up here at P2 is this Boston Breach team as their main AR Beans. Locking it down, has the trophy in hand, waiting for the teammates. Rokkr spawning out, trying to get a breakdown through, but the nades on point for Breach.
He's just tickling them, just getting damage in. Beans just putting in a few headshots here and there, letting the teammates clean it up behind the utility, and it's Kremp now up close and personal, able to take down one. Beans still sitting in the back, and through on the flank is Snoopy. 7-3, the hot start, as you mentioned. His Beans just went Batman soar across the gap.
This is worst case scenario here for Rokkr as we're gonna rotate over to that right side of your mini-map. Snoopy, he flies out the window, flips the spawns, as they're able to find those kills. Awakening, such a great individual performance. We've seen that time and time again from him, but it's like, you know, is he trying to do this a little bit too much? Can they be better today? The slaying was there. Now, here at P3, about to pop. They find the kills on rotation. And you can just see in the top left, Fame and Bance, 2 and 13 to start as a duo.
Yeah, they've got to get it going. It's a very slow start, which can happen at times, but at some point, you got to start to come alive. Now for Breach, those kills right now are turning into time. It's turning into objective points. Really fantastic stuff from there. That's going to be 3, make it 4. Everybody dropped, the entire team basically involved, and you're getting close to eclipsing that 100-point mark. Now on rotation, we're watching Kremp trying to get out, and it is flashy. 4 in a row. Drop shot is on. 9-2 start. My man's feeling himself.
Yeah, talking to Jag, study in the back. He's like, I want to see something from Kremp, and so far so good. 9-3 start, 8-4. The sub duo, the stick is there. Up to 9 now is Snoopy. As you can see already, the score almost to 100 points. Minnesota, they need to lock down this rotation. They need to lock down this hill to get right back into the game.
Yeah, it just feels like a swing is going to come at some point. We talk about this map a lot. This game in general. Usually you're going to throw a punch. Rokkr's going to have a moment where they bring it back. How do you deal with it if you are Breach? Okay. Or do you just lay him out, but maybe some life now coming into Rokkr?
Yeah, so usually, like, you know, you have a throw a punch back, the slaying is there. It's just not. I mean, everybody negative. Beans winning a big one-on-one, trying to play his life top dart, but he will get cut down. There's a break that comes on through. That would just be a nightmare for Minnesota-Rokkr, but Cammy, with a couple of kills, able to lock it down on the push.
Guns are going to get hot at some point. They're going to get hot at some point. They're going to start to bring it back, and it's just how to Breach deal with it. You can see the kill feed, just the color starting to shift a little bit. Kills starting to come through a bit. Beans says, never mind. It Beans fries 3. Attach could be the last guy here. What a play from Beans to, well, just shut me up.
Yeah, I mean, at this time, it's right back to a 100-point lead. So you can see 3 players double positive on the Boston side. Fame trying to get going. He had such a great series yesterday. Nice kill onto Kremp as he gets it up here towards P5. Cammy able to win another one-on-one. You do have 1 player in maps. That's going to be Awakening, just waiting for his teammate or someone from Minnesota to try to get on this hill. He's going to find a kill that's going to allow his teammates to push on through Archway and get right on the statue.
Nice win there from Fame, but the insta-trade is through. Now to Cammy. We'll see if he's able to disrupt. They're out of the point for now. You can see the comps are just trying to get the angle, but 2 going to push through on his right. That's 3 through on the feet again for Boston Breach. Awakening a part of it. That's a triple for Big Wake. Now 5 in a row, and yeah, that lead climbing towards 100 again. They are piecing right now, the breach.
And now you have them trapped here as well. So if you win this rotation over to P1, but you see Minnesota attaching Cammy, just trying to fly on through, trying to flip the map. They do a good job. The problem is it's tough to fight for map control when you are down 100. Boston will take that scrap time all day long, try to put this first map away. Maybe a chance here. Can you combine maybe the P1 and P2, get yourself back into the game, put Boston in that spawn trap?
This might be the moment you can do it. Down 115, rokkr. Will this be the moment of life?
Or
Streak's gonna maybe make it difficult. 2 kills come through behind the streak as well. This could be a great sequence. That's gonna hit. Cammy's gonna be ripped out of it. All 4 are gonna be dropped and right into the hard point go. Breach, the streak, the kills coming up big in a moment where rokkr might have found some life.
yeah, when you're getting smoked in the sliding column, that can always be a concern. The streak earned, and now Crep on 6 in a row. There's another one in the back pocket. Awakening with the 3rd in the feed. Snoopy finds number 4, and they get out of that trap as Awakening is beaming right now.
Well, you kind of said it. I was saying usually there's a moment where they swing back, but like sometimes you just knock them out, and that's what it's looking like right now. Breach have been impeccable. 4 in a row again for Wake, 16-9. We'll see if he can keep that going, but Snoopy, Brian, right there with them. Both guys 16-9, just leading the way for this Boston Breach team. The lead just continues to grow, up 140. Every fight just seemingly going their way. And Snoopy making his name known.
Yeah, you're seeing the young talent here for Breach, right? I mean, we've talked to coaches and players. These guys, they have this skill. We hear about their scrims, how good they are in the practice. But let's go to Breach. Listen and hear it, and then map number 1.
Let's go, Carl. Save your I'll be up. Closing. We got play close. We got He's open. He's closer open. We don't want to listen, 2 maps, 1 front off the street, okay? 2 maps, 1 front. I'll go up. Everyone leave me hold. Okay.
Run away, okay. Inside the maps, run away.
Come on in now, clean up.
Come back to me.
Yeah, listen, there's two maps. Two maps, one's front and one's outside. Third shit, one's coming gate, one's going gate maps. Time.
On the plat, guys. Don't throw shit, please.
Show me. Oh my god,
Beans with another triple as they are popping off, and the break is on. Back into the point. The comps were there. 5 more points needed. Snoopy holding the front, trying to get in, and it looks like they'll get him out of the point for a second, but right back in his crib. Map 1 done. A haymaker from Boston.
I even love that from Beans, just so polite. Please throw things. Hey guys, please throw your stuff. Weaken the players. There's no trophy that allows him to get the 3-piece from top maps, gets them off the hill, breaks the spawns, and closes the game out.
At first I wasn't sure that they thought a trophy was there. It's like everyone throw your stuff, try to get rid of the trophy type thing. Yeah, but then you heard Crip was like, oh, no, there's no trophy at all. Just get your stuff in to get the break. You saw a lot of, I think Awakening had a couple of triples, Beans had a few. There were a lot of big multi-kills.
They all popped off.
Yes, they were. Is that as simple as it's a map 1, one team came out hot, one team didn't?
I mean, I think so. I mean, you are going to see this right here. +12, +7, +4, +7. Just unbelievable stuff from the Boston Breach side. And one big thing to note, I mean, Awakening, one thing that was talked about in his Hardpoint was sort of time in the hill. Obviously, Beans leading the way, but I think Awakening had like 50 seconds across 2 maps yesterday in those Hardpoints, already better than that here in map number 1.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see Beans and Awakening obviously picking up a majority of that, Beans soaking it up. But as we look through some of the highlights, I mean, now one of the beautiful things about Call of Duty, sort of the change of pace that comes in our best of 5. You know, you come out so hot in a hard point, but now it just shifts completely when you think about search and destroy. A chance for rokkr to bring it back, but I don't know if it's a coach that needs to give him a pep talk, attach, fans, somebody's got to get these guys riled up.
You need a pep talk at champs? I hope not, but yeah.
It looks like it after that map 1.
Yeah, they need a hard regain here. I mean, their Mercado was solid yesterday, able to take down the subliners, but right behind him was Boston Breach. I mean, Beans' sniper was hitting. We'll see if that continues today. But Boston, I mean, we saw a 9-map streak on this one leading into this. I mean, if you're a rokkr, you're thinking, I mean, it's not a guaranteed map #1 win, but it's a favorable map. Just does not go their way. They get fried.
Yeah, I just kept waiting for that moment because we've seen some real terrific comebacks on this just because like you can really chain together like 3 hard points. Like you can get something wild going where there's a huge swing. I kept waiting for it, kept trying to set it up. It just never happened. You see Bees, he is fired up. The passion is a-flowing. And it's not a slugfest in the map 1. Only one side was throwing punches. They take the map 1. An overlook of the stats and how it broke down.